What's up, everybody? Welcome to a new video. This video is going to be a little bit different. I had a comment where somebody asked me basically saying that, hey, they want to learn more information on Redbubble, but there's no way that they can watch every single video I've created. And I completely agree. I'm constantly putting out content. It's something that I enjoy doing in a pastime of mine. It's a hobby of mine. And so this video is going to cover basically everything you need to know in 10 minutes or 20 minutes on Redbubble here in this video, okay? As a beginner, everything you're going to need to know as a beginner. Obviously, the things that I'm saying right now won't be able to cover every single video. I mean, it's just, there's no way. It's literally impossible, but we'll try to get to the point of everything, okay? So we're going to start at the top and work our way down. Through Redbubble, you got to understand that you're going to have to upload content, okay? There's a lot of people that are going to make the argument that content doesn't matter, the number of designs don't matter. That's completely false. There's nothing more false than that. The number of designs that you're going to upload matter, okay? The more the merrier, the better, okay? At the end of the day, the guy who's uploading 5 designs a day or 30 designs a day or even 40 designs a day is not going to have the advantage as the guy who's doing more than that. All right. So, for example, if you're consistently uploading 1 design a day, do 5, do 10, do 20, do 30, etc. All right. Now, there's a hard cap limit on that. So that limit is 60 designs total. That hard cap limit is not a limit enforced by Redbubble, but Redbubble specifically says do not do more than 60 a day across all your accounts. Now, I am sure that Redbubble does have a scenario where they have some sort of tracking device or something like that, but there are people who do report that they upload more than 60 a day and they're perfectly fine. There are people who won't go 1 design over, and I agree. I personally don't do anything more than 60 a day, okay, for Redbubble. Consistency over intensity, all right? You're going to want to be consistent instead of being completely intense with your approach. Don't do 50 in 1 day and then do nothing for the rest of the month, okay? Now, in terms of the videos that I recommend, he said, give us 5 or 10 videos that I recommend. Okay, so we're going to have to take this step by step. In terms of skills, most of the skills, the behind-the-scenes skills, I teach in my courses. Okay, so autopilotpassiveincome.com. You can head over to autopilotpassiveincome.com. The Redbubble tagging course and the POD design course are the 2 main courses where I teach almost all the behind-the-scenes kind of skills that you're going to need to know to excel in terms of print-on-demand. Things I won't share here. So, for example, when I mention having a tagging strategy, I share what that strategy is here on Redbubble, okay? In the course, I mean. When I say utilize your titles specifically for Google SEO, there's a strategy behind that. Obviously, I'm not going to be sharing that publicly, but there is a strategy behind that, and that's found in the course. Okay, so there are certain pieces of content that I will not be releasing publicly because they're course-related content, right? For the people who join the course, it wouldn't be fair for me to just, say all that information for free out here in these free videos. Okay, so the design course specifically incorporates the approach to creating the designs. Okay, a lot of the people say, oh my god, I can't do 60 designs, I can't do 50 designs, I can't do 30 designs, I have 2 full-time jobs, I have kids, I have this and that. And I say, look, I completely agree, and that's why I came up with a solution for that. Okay, and the solution is to cut down on niche research, basically nullifying niche research, and to increase the production efficiency and speed of your work. Okay, now when you combine the designs plus the way to design specifically with the titling and tagging, you're a force to be reckoned with when it comes to Redbubble. Now, for anybody who does know, Redbubble has 4 aspects: titling, tagging, which is I would consider 1. 2 is the outside marketing, which I literally just made a video on that today. So go watch that. And that was yesterday. That was today. Go watch that. That's outside marketing, outside promotion, okay? This third aspect is going to be the quality of your designs. And finally, the fourth one is the number of your designs. It's relatively simple, right? So titling and tagging, all of that is on the actual Redbubble platform. So that's everything you need to know in that aspect. Now, will it take some digging? Will it take some finding? Absolutely. You're not going to find a magic pill, a magic formula that's just going to give you all the information you need in 5 minutes. It's impossible. That's why if you add up all the the videos in the course that we have, you're going to have hours of content. I mean, there's just no way I can include all of that information in a video. All right. Now, as far as titling and tagging goes, that's taken care of. We talked about that in the tagging course. And like I said, the tagging course is specifically for SEO in relation to the Redbubble search algorithm and the Google search algorithm, okay? Now, we also talked about the design. So in terms of design quality, the course takes care of that as well. We're talking about here the speed, efficiency, and quality, and more importantly, buyability. A consumer is not going to buy a product that they just simply doesn't think it fits for them, or doesn't look good, or whatever the case may be. We alleviate all of those problems in the course. Okay, so all of that's exposed. Now, the next thing you're going to deal with, if you've gotten tagging and titling out the way, if you've gotten the design quality out the way, and more importantly, the design speed, efficiency, and the style of setup, the next thing you're going to have to worry about is promotion, outside promotion. Now, this is a optional kind of thing. You're not forced to do outside promotion when you're selling products on Redbubble. It's just something I recommend if you want to speed up your results when it comes down to Redbubble. Now, do you have to do it? No. But the people who do the outside promotion, their sales are going to look much, much different than somebody who sits back and waits 6 months for Google to start taking care of them from a SEO standpoint. And by those 6 months periods, if you messed up the Google research, if you messed up the SEO, then you're shooting yourself in the foot, because you're going to have to wait another long period of time before Google will actually pick up for the titles that you're supposed to compete with. So once again, that's a whole issue on its own. I will say this though, a lot of people get what's the word, a reality check when they do get the course for the titling and tagging course, because it's a completely different strategy than what people are used to when it comes to titling and tagging on Redbubble. I'll just say that. Now, you have a few other aspects. In terms of the third-party promotion, there's a lot of different places where you could promote your products. You can promote them on YouTube. You could promote them on Redbubble. Promote them on Pinterest, on Instagram, on Twitter. The list goes on and on and on. Okay, I've included some of that content here on this YouTube channel, most of it including the Instagram. I've talked about Pinterest before, just on a very brief note, where I basically say, hey guys, I'm doing Pinterest, and I leave it at that. I don't really talk about what I'm specifically doing, because I'm not an expert yet. Now, do I have I created sales on Pinterest? Absolutely, but I'm not going to share anything that I'm not 1,000,000% confident about. That's just the way it is, okay, for me at least. So I'm not going to be talking about Pinterest now, because even though I do have results, it's not where I want to be. For me, getting 100 sales, 200 sales is not enough. I need thousands before I can go out and publicly say, okay, this works for everybody, here's how to do it. Okay, so that's just a different situation. If you're looking for Instagram guidance, just look through my YouTube channel. Literally, you know this, I have over 700 videos on YouTube relating to everything we're talking about. So Instagram alone, probably over 300. Okay, the ones that you really need to watch, I mean, I wouldn't say you really need to watch any of them, but if what you're gonna really want to learn is you're going to want to learn the limits to your account. So the people who create these tools, they tell us all about account limits. Each account can only do a certain amount of work. You have to figure out what those are for yourself. If you're going to be using Instagram automation, you're going to have to learn how to target accounts. That's assuming that you're going to do this, obviously. You're also going to have to learn some basic skills in marketing. You're going to have to learn how to put a banner together for an image. You're going to have to learn how to promote certain products, things like that on Instagram, okay? So you're going to need a basic handle on that if that's something you want to do. So now that let's see what we covered so far. We covered outside marketing. We covered quantity and quality. We covered, what else did we cover? We covered titling and tagging, which I spoke about the courses. Like I said, I'll leave those links in the comment box down below, the pinned comment. What else is there? We have as well, the motivation aspect. So the motivation aspect is a little bit obscure for most people, but the reality is that's one of the biggest points. And when I say motivation, I'm really saying discipline, tenacity, willpower. That's really what I'm saying. And really what that means is that if you're going to be deciding to jump into Redbubble, you have to understand that there's going to be hundreds of thousands of competitors, okay? And from a design aspect, there are really multi-millions of competitors because each design that you have is competing with the rest of the world. So you're competing. And so if you really want to stand out, you're gonna have to take a long road. I mean, there's no easy way to describe it. Anybody who has made significant amount of sales, and when I say significant, guys, I'm not talking about 100 sales, 200 sales, $500. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about full-time income level and beyond, okay? I'm not talking about making $1,500 a month. I'm not talking about any of those numbers. I'm talking about high-level numbers. Anybody can sit here and tell you that there has to take extreme levels of discipline and extreme levels of dedication. That's why I make the motivational videos. There was this one video here that has 8,200 plus views where I talked about Redbubble just changed. And the concept of that video was, it's not that Redbubble's algorithm changed or their system changed. It's that Redbubble is changing on a consistent daily basis because there are other people constantly uploading content. And if you can't change with the system by uploading as many content as much as you can as well, then you're going to be left behind. And this is what I try to tell people is that, motivation is not enough. Motivation is going to die after a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe even 4 weeks if you're lucky. It takes extreme discipline to do something every single day over and over and over and over and over again with no results. Because that's most people are not going to have results, right? And when I say no results, what I really mean is you're not going to become a millionaire overnight. You're not going to become a millionaire in 30 days. You're not going to even make 100,000 in 30 days on Redbubble. That's not going to happen. What you are going to do is you're going to build a portfolio of passive income, okay? And really what I mean by that is each design that you upload, you have to think of it like this. It is a passive income flow. Now, whether that flow makes you 15 cents a year or whether that flow makes you 15 cents a day or whether it makes you $15 an hour, it's a passive income flow. Every design you're uploading is a passive income flow. This is exactly how I look at it, right? To me, the number is irrelevant because my focus is not the result. It is specifically the work, okay? So I'm not saying, okay, hey, I think that I'm going to make X amount of dollars at the end of the month. That's not my concern because I'm not coming into this for a certain number. What I am coming into it for is an idea, okay, I have X amount of potential money-making abilities, right? So if I have up 100 designs, okay, that's great. I have 100 potential things that can potentially make me passive income. Now, the reality is if you work out some math and you look at Redbubble on, I think, last time we checked, has almost 33 million designs on it. So if you have a small number like 100 designs, 400 designs, 1,000 designs even, be realistic with yourself and ask yourself, how much can you really make? You're talking about 1,000 designs out of 33 million. If I gave you 30, let's say, okay, look at it this way. Imagine if I have a million, 33 marshmallows in a room. And all of those marshmallows are the big sized ones, okay? And then I tell you, okay, out of all these 33 marshmallows, I want you to find me the marshmallow that is the smaller size out of all the 33 million. And there's only 1,000 of them within 33 million. You're going to look at me and you're going to think I'm crazy, right? Well, that's the same thing. People are creating 500 designs on Redbubble, 200 designs, 5 designs even, and they are expecting that they deserve some level of sales out of 33 million designs. And that's not the case. You need to work in very, very, very large numbers to expect some kind of results. This is why when I say, guys, 60 designs a day, every day for a whole entire year, you're going to come out with 20-something thousand designs. You're going to be lucky enough to hopefully get somewhere near a full-time passive income, which in America, I think full-time income ranges, but about 30, let's say anywhere from 20 grand to 30 grand, 36 grand in passive income. And we're talking, when I say passive income, I'm talking about after completely uploading all the designs and sitting back and waiting. And that's, guys, for the average level designer. This is why I say design skill is crucially important, and speed. And when I say design skill, guys, please don't be mistaken. I'm not talking about the art. I'm talking about everything. I'm talking about speed, efficiency, and skill. Every aspect of it. In fact, the 3 core tenets is speed, efficiency, quality, and then thirdly, productivity, which is the most important aspect. But productivity doesn't come without these two, okay? The speed, efficiency, and the quality. Now, in terms of designing, okay, like I said, that number of the full-time income, the 36 grand, whatever, for obviously not everybody is chasing that number, and I completely understand, but we broke down the numbers from a mathematical perspective. Where was it here? One of my older videos. I honestly do not remember where it is. I know it's here somewhere. I couldn't point it out to you, to be 100% honest. There's no way I could, but you're going to have to look through the videos yourself. You're going to have to invest a little time yourself. If you really want something as bad as you say you are, you're going to have to do some effort, okay? Just look through the videos. There was a video that I laid out the mathematics behind making a full-time income on Redbubble. And the mathematics behind that is that if you have an average to above average quality of design. When I say quality, like I said, speed, efficiency, quality, productivity. If you have an average to high quality average of that, okay, or high average of that, and you're doing the necessary tasks at hand, which is the titling, the tagging, and you're doing it properly, and you're doing it 60 times a day, you might, at the end of the year, after all that's completed, you might walk into a new year where that new year, that completely new year, from day 1 to day 365, you might get to the point where you're making the 20 to 36 grand in passive income, assuming that you don't touch it for the new year. You're not going to make it that year. The year that you're producing the work, you're not going to get it that year. You're going to get it the next year, okay? So this is why when I say, if you want to get quote-unquote rich, or if you want to do well on Redbubble, it's going to take more than that number. You're going to have to do double, triple, quadruple, whatever you consider rich to be. If you consider rich to be 200,000, then guess what? You're going to have to do that over 8 times more, right? So what I'm saying here is that Redbubble is not get rich quick. It's not get rich fast. It's not even get money fast. It's a passive income source. And of all passive income sources, guys, Redbubble is one of the easiest. I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again. If I have to upload a design that I sit in a nice little cozy warm office for, upload a design to a t-shirt and hope that it makes money, that is by far one of the easiest ways to make money, right? We have to give some kind of contextualization to the income that's being made in the world today. We have people out here building skyscrapers, city workers. We have police officers, firemen, firewomen, even firefighters. We have teachers. We have all these different occupations. Okay, spending a half hour a day creating 60 designs is not anything crazy. Okay, that's number one. Number two, something that I do want to say is we are living in the best time to gain some level of passive income. It doesn't even have to be a full-time income, but I'm just talking about some level of passive income. Do you guys realize that if we lived, let's say, 200 years ago, the only way we could build a business, the only way, is we had to have a crazy amount of money up front to make an investment. There was no internet, there was no Redbubble, there was no print on demand. We had to invest in product, we had to invest in factories, we had to invest in employees. That was the only way you could build a business back then. That's why it was so ridiculously hard. But now the world has become so much easier that even things that are easy, people are now complaining about, right? People are complaining about how Redbubble is so difficult, how it's this, how it's that. The reality is that there is no get rich quick. I don't know who told you this, but you don't make money fast in the world of business unless you either A, know what you're doing, and that comes with years and years and years and years of experience, or B, an extremely, extremely, extremely high IQ, Elon Musk level. Other than that, you have to put in the work. You have to put in the time. Like, there's no other supplement to that. I think a lot of people want to get rich quick. This is not the reality. If you're looking to get rich quick, do not get into Redbubble. I'm telling you, do not. But if you want something that has zero barrier to entry, literally zero, anybody in the world can create a Redbubble account, then this is the website for you, the platform for you, which is redbubble.com. Okay, so with Redbubble, nobody's getting away early. Nobody's getting out early. Nobody's just winning. The market is the market, and the market decides exactly what they want. And if they find your design not pleasurable, they're not going to buy it. It's just simple as that. If they don't find your design, they're not going to buy it, right? And so this is why I talk about the titling and tagging. That's the reason why it's so important, is because you have to ask yourself, how can I get people to find my design? And the way you get people to find your design is when you think about and you reverse engineer the consumer journey. What's the consumer journey? When the consumer ends up on Redbubble and types something up, they find a design, and they click on the design and they purchase. That's an example of the consumer journey. There's another consumer journey that we've talked about that you guys all know about, especially if you watch this channel, which is people on Instagram. If you target people on Instagram, you're posting content about your products. People click on the content. They're interested. They follow you. They click on your link in your bio. They buy your product. What do you think that does? That's part of the consumer journey, right? So all of these different aspects are included in the consumer journey, and there are different kinds of consumer journeys. So you have to ask yourself, okay, does titling, tagging matter? The answer is obviously that it does matter, because it's part of the consumer journey. You can't walk away from that part, right? This is why I say titling and tagging is important. Well, what if you title and tag properly, but your designs are not attractive? Well, then that's why design matters, because if your designs are too bland, or they're regular, or they just are just not good enough. And listen, I've been a victim of that. I've done that many times where my designs are just simply not good enough. And there are times where I still do that now. I'm always trying to perfect myself. I'm always trying to get better. And more importantly, I'm always trying to learn. And lastly, like I said, you're going to have the discipline to do it all. And I totally get that, we do have things that get in the way with life. We have sicknesses, we have diseases, we have family members who are sick, unfortunately. We have businesses, we have family members, we have responsibilities, we have kids, we have jobs, we have all these different things that we have to handle. But you got to realize that to do something and get results that you've never had before, you're going to have to do things you've never done before. And part of that is making sacrifices. So maybe you're going to have to, maybe not watch the Sunday football. Maybe you're going to have to not watch the reruns of Friends or whatever new TV show is out. And you're going to have to devote that time to your business, your new Redbubble business, if that's something you truly want to do, right? Like, if you don't want to do it, then that's a completely different story, and that's perfectly fine. But something that I know is that nobody gets off easy in this business, and everybody in the business of print on demand gets exactly what they deserve. So if you're making $1 million right now in print on demand, you deserve that $1 million. You could have created 100,000 different designs, or one design that hit. If you're making $2 right now a year on print on demand, well, guess what? You deserve that $2 a year. There's no secrets, there's no shortcuts, and most importantly, there's no easy way outs. Everybody is on the same playing field, and everybody's on the same level, simply because the market decides everything. The market decides the purchase. So, like I said, this is about everything you need to know when it comes down to Redbubble and making money on Redbubble. Literally everything you need to know. Now, can you gain more information if you click on certain videos and watch them? For sure. But you want to keep in mind these core principles, these core ideas, and that's about everything I said in this video. Right? And obviously I didn't go too deep into each one, because we would be sitting here for, like I said, days. That's why I made all these videos. But if Redbubble is something you're seriously interested in, you're going to have to devote some time to it. I mean, there's just no way around it, all right? So I'll talk to you later. Hopefully this video helped out. And for the people who maybe didn't even have this question, hopefully this video gave a reset to, reset your focus. I mean, let's be honest, guys, we're all humans. I need a reset at times. I'm thinking every few days I need a reset, where I just sit down and say, okay, where am I going? Where do I want to end up? That's really all it is. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. If you guys want to get access to the courses, I'll leave the links in the comments down below, and I appreciate everything. And guys, by the way, don't feel like you're forced to join these courses, because you're not. The reality is we create 2 videos a day that are completely free, and we have a library of free videos, and I don't think anybody else is creating as much content as we are when it comes down to print on demand. And if there is somebody, guess what? We're catching up. All right, so you guys make the requests with the content that you need, and we'll try to put it out. We'll try to put it out as best as we can. So if you have questions, put them in the comments down below, and we'll try our best, all right? I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching. Peace out. Bye.